Hi, folks. Welcome to Crisco's Corner. 3 American troops killed, 25 injured in attack on Jordan base near Syrian border. Biden blasts radical Iran-backed militant groups after 3 U.S. service members killed in Jordan. Yeah, he also calls the MAGA supporters, MAGA Republicans, radical as well. And a lot of progressive leftists think MAGA Republicans are terrorists as well. So I guess it depends on your definition. 3 U.S. service members were killed and 25 others were injured in a drone attack at an outpost in northeast Jordan near the Syrian border, U.S. Central Command confirmed on Sunday. Well, how's the saying go? F around and find out. On January 28th, 3 U.S. service members were killed and 25 injured from a one-way attack, UAS, that impacted at the air base in northeast Jordan near the Syrian border. You know, I'm almost tempted, if I was president, to pull all bases out of the Middle East and just let them work it out. It'll be chaos. And also, all those that say that American imperialism and Western colonization and the heavy-handedness of the U.S., listen, we've got our own gas, oil, reserves to last generations, just in our own soil. So, you know what? We don't need that oil anymore. Of course, if we had a different president that would allow us to drill, but eventually we will. Just let them go. You know, they're all screaming and hollering for the Americans to get out. Well, okay. There's an old, I think it's Aztec or Incan saying that says, when the gods want to punish us, they answer our prayers. Just get the hell out. Let them annihilate each other. They'll end up turning on each other. On January 28th, 3 U.S. service members were killed and 25 injured. The identities of the servicemen will be held until 24 hours after the next of kin have been notified. Updates will be provided as they become available. The White House said President Biden was briefed Sunday morning by Defense Secretary Lloyd Austin. Oh, he must have recovered from his secret surgery. National Security Advisor Jake Sullivan and Principal Deputy National Security Advisor John Feiner about the attack, which marked significant escalation as the first time U.S. troops have been killed by enemy fire in the Middle East since the Israeli-Hamas war began. U.S. troops have long used Jordan as a basing point, and the attack took place in northeast Jordan near the Syrian border. The Defense Department has not confirmed the exact location of the attack, but the Wall Street Journal cited a U.S. official in reporting it happened at Tower 22, a small outpost in northeast Jordan located close to the Al-Taf garrison in southwest Syria, where U.S. forces have collaborated with local partners combating Islamic State militants. Biden blasted radical Iran-backed militia groups in reaction to the attack. Today's America's heart is heavy. Yo, did you feel so badly about the 13 service members that died in the withdrawal from Afghanistan? When you were there, when the coffins were coming off the plane, I believe, and you're checking your watch to see what time it was? Yeah, he acts like a president now, or at least his rhetoric is, because he's going down the toilet in the polls. It's amazing to me. Do I think he takes delight that service people died? No, of course not. He's not a monster. He's just stupid. Last night, 3 U.S. service members were killed. This is Biden talking, and many wounded during an unmanned aerial drone attack at our forces stationed in northeast Jordan near the Syria border. While we're still gathering the facts of this attack, we know it was carried out by radical Iran-backed militia groups operating in Syria and Iraq. Well, you were part of the Obama administration. When they gave them billions of dollars, they released tens of billions in assets and also sent them huge skids full of American cash. What do you think paid for all this stuff? I mean, you got to be kidding me. They do everything in their power to make sure that Iran's oil can be sold everywhere. They send them pallets of American cash, and they wonder why they pay for weapons to go against the Americans. It's amazing to me. Can you be that stupid? Jill and I joined the families and friends of our fallen, the Americans across the country, in grieving the loss of these warriors in this despicable and wholly unjust attack. Yeah, where was his statements? His F up in Afghanistan. He still hasn't apologized for that. Biden continued these service members and by the very best of our nation, which is true. But I don't know if he really believes it, frankly. I think he might. I mean, he's not a complete monster, but he's just a rhetoric that he's speaking now because his polls are in the toilet and it's an election year. Unwavering in their bravery, unclinching in their duty, unbending in their commitment to our country, risking their own safety for the safety of those fellow Americans and our allies and partners whom we stand in the front against terrorism. It is a fight we will not cease. Geez, I wonder who wrote that. Nobody from the administration, because none of them think that. Must have been somebody from the military or outside the White House. The American service members were lost for patriots in the highest sense, the president said. And he went on about their sacrifice. I'm not even going to read it because as far as Biden's concerned, it's propaganda. Some 3,000 American troops typically are stationed in Jordan, according to the Associated Press. Like I said, what would happen if all American service members just left the Middle East, just got the hell out, and came back? All the bases were closed. Of course, we wouldn't leave all the weapons and all the planes and helicopters and tanks and everything else like you did in Afghanistan. We take it all back with us. Just do that or give it to NATO, one of the two, and just bring them all back home and let the chips fall where they may. The only thing I would have as far as military goes would be the defense of Israel. That's it. You're on your own, folks. Most of these Middle Eastern countries, especially the oil-producing nations, have more money than any of the top multinational companies combined. They got tons of money. Egypt's got all money. Saudi Arabia's got a ton. Kuwait's got a ton. UAE's got a ton. Let them spend it on their military to fight these idiots. It's enough. We gave it the office. Unbelievable. Jordan Televised quoted Mohammed al-Abadan, a government spokesman, as insisting the attack happens outside of the kingdom across the border in Syria. Who cares? Who cares where it was? It comes out the same. The conflicting information cannot be immediately reconciled. Well, Rutgers also cited as saying that Jordan public broadcast television that the attack was targeted to the U.S. at the base in Syria. I mean, maybe they might care. I don't. Since Israel's war on Hamas in Gaza Strip began, U.S. troops in Iraq and Syria have faced drone and missile attacks on their bases, but Sundays marked the first U.S. casualties. Syria is still in the midst of a civil war and has long been a launch pad for Iran-backed forces there, including the Lebanon-based terrorist organization Hezbollah. Iraq has multiple Iran-backed Shiite militia operating there as well. Oh, joy. Jordan is a staunch Western ally, and they have been for a long time, and a crucial power in Jerusalem for its oversight of holy sites there is suspected of launching attacks in Syria to disrupt drug smugglers, including one that killed 9 people earlier this month. Yeah, it's, the Middle East has always been a powder keg. Always. You see the picture there about an oil tanker was struck in the Gulf of Aden, marking the 38th attack since November 19th. Yeah, it didn't spill any oil. It just damaged I believe, the steering mechanism as well as the motor, and it's limping into another port to be fixed, I guess, and transfer the oil to another tanker probably. It's incredible to me. Incredible. Yeah, is Biden saying the right things? Yeah, but though, in all fairness, it's an election year. Did he speak such from the heart and the soul of the American people when those 13 service members died in Afghanistan? Not really, because he was responsible directly for their death. Let's just tell the truth here. And if it was the we'll see the Joint Chiefs and or the Secretary of Defense or any of those that did it, the president, the buck stops with them. Remember the Harry Truman sign, the buck stops here? Well, you're the president. You're the commander-in-chief of the armed forces. Anything that goes good or bad is on your head. So my heart goes out to the families of the 3 service members. It really and truly does. Well, pray for them and hope they make it through this. They serve their country admirably. And I like to think they didn't die for nothing. But one of these days, the Americans are just going to get fed up and say, you know what, let's get the hell out of the Middle East and let them fend for themselves. And like I said, the only thing I would defend is Israel. It's a long time coming. They want us out. All right, we'll get out. How does that go? We give people money that hate us. Well, you know what? As Senator John Kennedy said from Louisiana, you give people money that hate us. They can hate us for free. Until the next time, God bless, goodbye, and good luck.